definitely one of them. This came out a couple of years ago. This is Beardblade.
Go again. Hi, stream. You're gonna hear me. Bye.
All right, this is Possum with Possum Coffee. We are with Speedrun Ragnarok 2024, coming back from break. We are going to go into a run of Beardblade from Janglestorm. I'll go ahead and let them take over.
All right, thank you, Possum, and hello everybody. Hello again. This is my third run for this event. It's been a lot of fun so far, and yeah, I'm back with one more thing, which is it's a little bit retro adjacent, but it's a little bit more recent too, because I also like my fair share of indie platformers, and this is definitely one of them. This is Beardblade, which is a game that came out a couple of years ago, and yeah, you'll see some cool platforming, some really nice graphics, and kind of all the 16-bit influences that you could possibly wish for. So yeah, and also shouts to Tag, must be said. Yeah, if everybody...
I've never seen this game before, so I'm really excited to find out about it.
I'll show you. So yeah, if everybody's ready, it's a lovely beard. You'll see some beard action, that's for sure. Yeah, so time is going to be starting as soon as I select the new game, so that's going to be in 3, 2, 1.
Can you share your screen in Discord if it's not too late?
Oh, hold on. Give me a sec whilst I do that. Give me a sec. Share screen. I can totally do this. Let's see. Let's see, this should work, right? Yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so this is Beardblade. This is where we start off. We're rocking some very fancy pajamas here, and this level, it doesn't really have like an official name, so we just refer to it as the tutorial stage because you're kind of getting used to the controls and everything. So yeah, you wonder, okay, so this is a ship. How do we get on here? So as it turns out, we're playing as Branson, this weird guy who was a farmer, and his sheep got stolen by the so-called smugglers, and now we have to get him back. We're getting onto the ship in order to rescue them. So that's pretty much how it starts off. And then we encounter many other things, including this guy here who somehow got tied up here. This is Forbeau. He's also got a very nice mustache. He's a bit of a mysterious figure, but he's able to give us some magical powers, which will do things to our beard specifically, so you'll see this soon enough. Thanks for the GL, everybody. PJs, I mean, they're comfy, yeah. I mean, this looks pretty comfy, at least. Yeah, so, as you can see here, magic happens. And, you may well know, okay, so this is Beardblade. Why is it Beardblade? Well, it may have something to do with our beard and what we can do with it. So this is pretty much how it starts with. We can attack with it. It's literally becoming like this blade. It's not the only thing that we can do with it eventually, but you'll see that soon enough. And all of our attacks will be done using our beard, really. It's a pretty strong beard, as you can see already. It will become even stronger as time passes, but you know, this is how it starts. Open up some things here. Oh, I could have made that jump there. There we go. This is one of those levels where we can already do some cool things like get early cycles and such with these cannons, for instance. So just trying to sneak in before them. It can be a little bit tight sometimes, but there you go. So this is the first, well, mini-boss of sorts. This guy controlling this device, and we basically have to make sure to avoid the cannonballs and also use the springs eventually to launch them back at this guy here. So just have to be patient. There you go, that's the first part of it. Then the second part is a little bit more finicky because we have to like actually start attacking, because it turns out he's not done yet with this, but you know, we'll show him. Trying to be a little bit save here with attacking multiple times because it's easy to take damage yourself, and I don't have that much HP, so I have to be somewhat careful with that. Here's a very I mean, this is true. This is very true. So yeah, these are the sheep, and you see this little cutscene here normally, where it turns out one of the sheep has eaten this very weird orb, and it starts to light up, and then suddenly it becomes really strong, and it eats all the sheep off this boat onto this island here, and that is where the story is continuing. So we'll be pretty much playing the rest of the game here, and give a bit of an idea what it will be like, the platforming, collecting coins, and taking in the sights. The visuals are really gorgeous, very 16-bit inspired, as you can see. So yeah, we will be eventually using those coins to do a couple things with, but for now we're just gonna go through the levels, you know, as is, and just having some fun with it. Oh yeah, also, so we have to escape. We can actually use it to float in the air with a little bit. It's kind of like Super Mario World in that sense. But yeah, that does the job here and there. I was briefly mentioning the smugglers, I think. So these are the smugglers that have been kidnapping our sheep, and so we have to attack them in order to save our sheep, and you get this little cutscene at the end of each level. So, very cute. And very smug sheep. And music is good too, yeah.
The goblins are really cute too.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Right, so now we're entering this level. This is a little bit... There's some things that are a little bit different here, so this is a more vertical stage for as well, but there's also the fact that this is taking place in the nighttime, and this game has a unique, well, it's got this cool little gimmick where you can actually play level sides. So you go into the level the one time and you will see it in the daytime, and the other you will see it in the nighttime, and both will actually be different paths. So you will actually get different levels as such. So that's pretty cool. There will be some climbing here. I actually messed up a little bit there, but it's also me trying to deal with some of these projectiles, because they can be a thing too. Just gotta do this. Should be good. I do bounce on quite a lot of these enemies here. They're pretty handy for that.
So we've got a question from Chad, is basically asking, is this a single player game or can you play multiplayer?
It's a single player game. Yeah. Would be interesting though to see how it would have been as a multiplayer experience, but no, it's a single player game. Right, one more. So basically you have to get close enough to the smugglers that they're gonna start jumping, and you can actually start attacking them. Especially early on, there's not directly a quicker way to defeat them, but that is a thing that will happen eventually with some stuff that we'll be getting. Alright, we're heading into the caverns, and we're gonna see what's happening over there. This is where we'll be floating a little bit more. We have to watch out for these rocks. There's quite a few of them dropping, and it's very tempting to try and sneak in front of them, but it can lead to certain things happening, and you still want to make sure that that doesn't happen. And, well, of course, there's also the fact that there's so many gaps that you have to jump over, so this level is not without its risks, let's put it that way. But for the most part, we should be able to get past them, no issue whatsoever. Oh yeah, this coin. So there's a couple of collectibles as well that you can get. The bigger coin is one of those things. Not a thing that we really need for this category. But if you would do like, say, if you do like 100%, then that would be relevant, of course. That would take quite a bit longer than this, though. This is already relatively long for a platformer, but I'm not actually sure how long that would take. Like, I don't think anyone has done a run of that yet, but... Alright.
got a moment for me to read a donation?
Yeah, sure. Now's a good time.
All right. Well, we have our upcoming incentive to basically pick the costume for Backpack Hero. And I put Possum, whoever that is, put $5 toward the assassin costume, which is this cool costume that makes the little mouse look like a assassin from Assassin's Creed. So yeah, let's get our donations in for Backpack Hero. It is the run after our next run. So thank you, Possum, whoever you are. That's very kind of you.
You know,
All right, we're good.
That sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, definitely donate for that. Sounds good to me. All right, so got a couple of these springs here. At some point, yeah, right. So right over here, I'll be doing a couple of damage boosts. So if I have full health, I can actually do these two back to back. Since I only have 3 HP, but this should be exactly enough. Because my frames last long enough that I can go past that enemy as well. So yeah, with this thing, so this is a little bit of a variation with the smuggling fights that you saw earlier. Sometimes you have these bushes and also these barrels where you have to kind of guess where they will appear. So I try to get there like as soon as possible, and there's a good chance I might still get it in one cycle, but it can be pretty tough, depending. Okay, so now this level is interesting because we're going through this door, and this actually leads to a room where we're going to be staying for a while, not just to grab this. Extra beard abilities coming in where you can grab things with our beard and pull ourselves up like that. And we'll be using this a lot, but in addition, we'll also be going into this corner over and over again, because, yeah, I'll be doing some upgrades, but I will need to get some additional money before I can start doing that. So my goal is to kind of do this for a little bit. It might take around 2 minutes or so, and I will get myself to around 2,400 coins before I move on, because I want to have 2,500 before I am done with this level, and that's going to be enough for the upgrades I'm going to buy. But yeah, I'm just going to hang out over here. So this was actually a thing that used to last quite a bit longer in the early days of this speedrun, because it would last like several minutes more, I think. Also, you wouldn't be able to get as many coins over here. It would be like less than half of what you can get now, which is 80. And that was something that the devs eventually put in there. And also, this is one of the, perhaps the only door that doesn't actually close upon entering, because any other door that you go through does close, so you cannot go back there. But in this case, you can kind of re-enter and just do the same thing, and that's going to be really handy for well, the money grind, really. So just going to do this for a little bit longer. Yeah, the devs of this game, so it's a pretty small team that worked on this. I think it's like 2 people or so that worked on this, so it's quite a small undertaking, but they did really good work with this one. It's a very fun game for sure. Okay, here we go. 2 rounds to go. I think I had a note saying that it used to take like 9 minutes or so, so this is definitely shorter than 9 minutes. Anyway, we're down here. So now we're gonna sneak past him. I said we're gonna sneak past him. And we're gonna head out of here. So we're gonna finish up the rest of the level, and should be good enough. But yeah, so we have a minecart section coming up, because, you know, like all good video games, it wouldn't be anywhere without having at least one minecart section, right? So that's what they're doing here.
I'll have to be throwback to our Donkey Kong days.
Sort of, yeah. It's kind of one of the references that they were going for pretty much. Not just with this, but for another reason altogether. But you see that as soon as I actually start buying the upgrades, and they'll be using pretty much throughout the rest of the game, really. Because after this, the dynamic does change quite a bit. So this is merely a setup for what's to come. See, yeah, I'm just gonna wait here. Okay, that's fine. This part is always a bit finicky because, you know, stuff can happen.
And as chat says, does your game have a mine? You're contractually required to have a minecart section. Yep.
Them's the rules. Them's the rules. And also barrels. Yeah, there's barrels as well. So there's all these tiny little throwbacks here and there. All right, so we got a little over 2,500, which is good news. So we're going back to this lighthouse, and there's this guy again, Farbo, who also turns out to be this magical person, but also runs his own barbershop, which for us is great because we can buy upgrades here. So I'm gonna buy 2 of them over here, which will be the Bronze Vitamin and the Rolling Beard Wash, and that's a pretty expensive one. That's 2,000 coins. And yeah, Rolling Beard Wash, huh? What does it do? Well, it may have something to do with this. So yeah, we'll be doing this for a lot of the rest of the run, really, just rolling around a lot, and should be a lot of good times with that. But not before we go into this lighthouse, and we're gonna do a boss fight, because you know it's been a little bit. It's finally time for a boss fight. We're fighting Barnacle Hook Barley, who is holding this girl captive, Mora. So we're gonna save her. Whee! Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of it, believe me. Okay, so more barrels, and then we have to grab these bombs, and that's how we can do damage. We just have to be patient, really, because I want to grab them as soon as I see them, but you still have to make sure that you don't miss them somehow. And then we have this section here where we have to grab the bombs that don't have spikes because, you know, we can actually hold them. And we just have to wait for them. This is actually entirely scripted, so I know exactly when they will be appearing, so that makes it quite easy to do. And otherwise, there's always the next one to grab. So yeah, this is the next phase. We got these huge chains, which we have to avoid, and if all goes well, I might not have to move around too much, but it used to be that I could just stand in the same position and would just go horizontally, but I'm not sure what happened ever since, but I had to move around a little bit. Still not too much though, but yeah, just gotta watch out for that. Okay, and then we end with this very epic throw, this yeet, and there he goes. Off in the distance. There's some good faces in there. Anyway, yeah, it's time for quite a lengthy bit of dialogue. This cutscene here, where we save Mora, and then we get to know a little bit more about her, and Farbo is here once again. They were talking about this thing, this orb. Hey, where have we seen that before? They were talking about what to do with it, so ultimately we're gonna keep it with us for now for safety. As long as it doesn't head back into the possession of the smugglers, that's what we definitely want to prevent. Yeah, goodbye. That was definitely a goodbye there. Okay, and we have an orb. As you see, there's a couple that we will be collecting throughout the game, so expect to see more of that. Alright, so we're heading into the forest. There's a couple of cool stages coming up here. Yeah, this is the first regular level where we'll be using the roll, and we're gonna try and kind of sneak past a couple of things here. Just like that. Okay, that was a bit tight. Still good though. See, roll past here. I'm actually trying to use the iframes also to make certain cycles a little bit quicker, so it can be risky, but it's still a thing you could do. So this next part we are dealing with this clairvoyant who is gonna chase us, sort of. You have to make sure to kind of escape there. But, you know, we typically go pretty fast anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, right? Gotta deal with the spiders here. Go. Oh, ooh, that one took a little bit to respond. But yeah, this is all to set up for this jump here, because you have to make sure that you jump on that one enemy to jump over that obstacle there. But typically you have enough time for that if you do it quickly enough. Ah, we got a raid coming in. Thank you so much, Nikki. Welcome in.
Great.
Welcome to Speedrun Ragnarok, and welcome to Beardblade. This platform here. We're rolling around a lot. There's some very beardy action going on. And now also balloons. This is a really... This can be a pretty tense level on occasion, because you have balloons and gaps, and I cannot think of a more iconic duo than that, so just gonna see what this will bring us. It's very tempting to try and go fast, but there is definitely a chance of falling into these pits here, so you want to avoid that if possible. But there's some cool combos that you can make regardless. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna wait there. I'm gonna play it a little bit safer. Doesn't hurt. There's some checkpoints at least, but I'm sorry?
Oh, go ahead. It's okay if I take a moment to talk about the event?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Raiders, welcome. We are raising funds for Take This. This is Speedrun Ragnarok 2024. If you get some donations in, that'd be great. We have some great incentives coming up. And I'll go ahead and let our runner take back over.
Yeah, thank you so much, Possum. Yeah, welcome in once again. Some cool stuff coming up still on Speedrun Ragnarok. Be sure to donate for those. And for a very good cause, of course. Okay, so for this we're back in the forest, and this is where we're going to be using the roll mechanic to get onto certain platforms, although sometimes barely, but you can do that. There's also this thing where you can roll cancel, and you can actually sort of control it so you can land on certain platforms at certain moments, which is what we're also trying to do here with this upcoming sequence break of sorts. So I'm gonna see if that can be done. We'll go over here and then... Okay, that was a little bit too loud. Almost. At least we can retry it a couple of times, but just gotta... There we go. It takes some getting used to, but it's a nice little sequence break there. Just skip a little bit. So yeah, we also got this upgrade besides the beard wash, which makes us a little bit stronger, and that also means that it's easier to beat the smugglers faster as well. Whilst they're still on the ground as well, we just try to roll towards them and then try to beat them as quickly as possible. All right, time for something resembling a boss fight. It's got a little twist to it, I guess, because this level is called Force Chase, because we're being chased, as it turns out. We got the Suit Sisters here. It's a nice bunch. But yeah, we're basically trying to escape. So we have to deal with each of the four of them, and they have their own attacks, really. In general, it's pretty easy to avoid those attacks, but you have to kind of see. You kind of have to see how they're responding, of course. And I got this scene, which is totally not reminding me of The Lion King, because there's this stampede section in The Lion King that kind of reminds me of that, with the view and everything. But it's a little bit. It's got a little bit of a twist there, of course. Next phase, we're just trying to avoid those attacks. Important is that I'm trying to move back, not directly, but with a little bit of delay, because it is still possible for me to get hit if I do it too quickly. So I try to keep that in mind. Now we got the boomerang being thrown around here. Just like that. Reiko knows. I'm not sure if that's the main reference, but it always reminds me of that somehow. I think the first time I saw that, I instantly brought that to mind, really. But
Definitely makes me think of it too, of that wonderful stage.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just basically a chase, really. You have to make sure to, survive. But there we go. That's the second orb that we have collected. So that's where we're gonna say goodbye to the forest, and we're heading into this shallot shipyard. And we're gonna head over to the left. Let's see. Oh, that was a bit tight. To make sure that I just gotta make sure not to roll into enemies, because rollback is the knockback, so to say, is pretty bad. It can be pretty much. So you have to kind of make sure not to have that happen. But otherwise, we should be able to climb up just fine. Let's see. It's important that I have enough health, because I'm gonna do like another mini sequence break here where I'm taking intentional damage, so I can jump up here and then make a way to the exit. Otherwise you'd have to go around that, and this is a little bit faster at least. There we go. And we saved another sheep.
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 Let's go. The sheep has got such a good face, really. Alright, so this upcoming level is where we're actually going to switch level sides, because, we've been playing day and night cycles. This is actually the first time where we're going to switch, because the night side of this level is a lot quicker. So by doing that, we do tend to skip things such as auto-scrollers and whatnot. So what you will see is basically one of the quicker levels instead. Yeah, so if you're playing this game casually, you'll find a lot of additional content by just playing the other sides as well, and you can collect more things, like with the coins and everything. So this is a little shortcut that wasn't initially found. I think at some point the devs pointed out that it was there, and it does save a little bit of time, and you can crouch through there and just make it a little bit quicker. Okay, now we got some lovely sea creatures here who are greeting us, and we're just gonna wait for a little bit, I guess. Yeah, should be fine. Gotta watch out for these spikes. And then over here, I'm gonna do one thing, namely this thing where you can roll, but also can roll in water. It's got a little extra thing to it that you can do somehow. You don't roll around with water a lot, but this is definitely a good showcase for it. Okay, so upcoming there are going to be a couple more level swaps, but we're actually going to go into this barbershop because it's a little bit faster than doing the menuing in the level itself. So doing that saves a little bit of time. Also later on, so you'll be seeing that a couple of times in the next, at least the next level. So now we're on to this shipwreck here. Just have to fall down here. There's a lot of cannonballs, so we have to make sure to avoid those, or at least avoid the cycles and just get past them that way. Let's see, roll here, jump, jump, and there we go. See, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for that. I actually lost a little bit of health just now, so I'm just gonna play it a little bit safer. But this is really bringing us closer to the end of this level, so it can be done pretty quickly if you know where to go. Do. Yeah, there's a couple of I mean, with a run this long, there's always a couple of levels that tend to make things a little bit more scary when you're on pace somehow for PB. This upcoming level is definitely one of them. Yeah, there's some you know, there's some parkours and some stuff going on where it can be very easy to die. So a lot of it is also to do with these platforms that you have to wait for, really. So in a way till you can actually jump on them, and it's very tempting to do this a little bit quicker, so you're still falling through them because they haven't gone up yet. But there we go. Oh, we got a health refill. I'm not actually sure if I needed that, but just gonna wait here for a little bit. At least here I can jump off, so that's pretty handy. And sometimes you can do some lower jumps to deal with certain sections as well, like over there. There we go, got the checkpoints. Still gonna wait for this one because we're not done yet, but we're getting close. Gonna go here, and then this is where we're gonna roll like that. And there we go. So it's always nice when this level goes well, we don't wind up dying somehow. It can cost quite a bit of time. Yeah, it's Reiko's turn soon. Yeah, Reiko is going to run Shantae and the Pirate Curse, which actually was my very first ever speed game. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm excited too, because I'll be hosting that one as well. Nice,
yeah. It's going to be good times. I'm looking forward to that one. All right, so the Piri cliffs, but we're secretly heading down, and we're doing this boss fight against this lava creature sort of thing called Din. This can also be a little bit of a scary one, especially if you wind up dying, because you can lose quite a bit of time to this one. It starts off with these rocks that you have to throw back. The way that they drop is RNG. Ideally, you would want them to appear as nearby as possible, but yeah, typically it shouldn't take too long necessarily. For this, we have to make sure that we don't get hit by the fire, and then lean in and start attacking. Again, thanks to that upgrade, we can do that a little bit quicker. And now we have the tentacles, and now we're gonna see if I can defeat those once. It's gonna be easy to miss hits in there, but there we go. So for that last one, it's definitely crucial that I'm actually hanging out on the one side of the platform, so I actually have room to stay somewhere, so the platform doesn't fully disappear as soon as that tentacle strikes. So that can be a tricky one to get around initially, but yeah. Anyway, that was the boss fight. Now we're heading into this area that's very fitting for this time of year somehow. It's a bit. It is Michi's Manor. It's a little bit spooky looking. Yeah, actually, I like.
Kids.
I'm sorry.
There's little kids.
Yeah, the little kids. Yeah. So we're heading into this theater, and this is Michi, who is gonna kidnap all of these kids. Oh no! So we have to save them. And this is a little bit of a prologue. We're gonna be heading here later in order to do an actual boss fight. But yeah, first there's this bit of dialogue where stuff will happen. And also, to make things even better, we're gonna have to do with 1 HP less. So normally I would have 3, but now I have 2. It's the beard on your heart that matters. Yeah, I'd like to think this is secretly the hair's weapon block or something. This is Shantae. So yeah, these levels are going to be interesting with the added difficulty of having less health, but also because these are some of the tougher stages overall as well. They're pretty cool though, and so is this music. So be sure to jam along if you like. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I've been listening to the music the entire run, and it's really good music.
Yeah, I love it too. It's very memorable. It's just a pleasure to listen to. They did really good work on that. So yeah, we have to enter these bubbles and then also make sure that I don't fall into these gaps, because this is another level with gaps. Surprise, surprise. And also these things shooting these seeds apparently, so I have to watch out for that too. I'm also gonna... Okay, let me actually try this once more. Nice. So you can actually jump off of that one head there and make it a little bit quicker. But I can kind of float towards it as well. This is a little bit more swag though. So I typically try to go for that. Let's see. Very handily roll jump across here. Okay, that's good still. They can still trick me somehow, so I'm trying to stay out of danger there. Alright, so there we go, that's the end of that stage. So, yeah, we did save the kid. No worries about that. The funny thing, the interesting thing is there's also a sheep that you can save. But yeah, we're just gonna quit out the menu, so technically we're not saving the sheep. But at least we're saving the kid, that's the most important thing. So this next level, yeah, so video games, huh? This is a video game within a video game.
Very interesting.
Yeah, the plot thickens. Now I'm just also thinking of UFO 50 that got released recently, and this is like UFO 50 before UFO 50, and just this one game, but still, you know, little compact-sized beer plate here. But yeah, we just have to go through this level. There's some cool stuff you can do here speedrun-wise. Like, you can do this really quick cycle, and you can make a certain platform cycle early on, but it's actually really tight. But no, I'm just gonna wait here. Which is fine. I mean, you get to hear more gems, so, you know. Alright, so I'm jumping over that tombstone because if I run past the tombstone, it will spawn a ghost, so I'm trying not to do that. And it's time for the end of this level. We have to fight these axe bros. Not quite the hammer bros, but, you know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Simon Beardmont, yeah, pretty much.
I love that, Simon Beardmont.
Yeah, yeah. So they have these indicators, what's part of the level you're supposed to play. So in this case, we have to switch the night cycle. Thankfully, there's a barbershop nearby, so I can just switch to that. And this is probably the most RNG-heavy level in the game. It can go really quickly, but yeah, with this concept, red sign, green sign, there's a chance I might have to wait forever. And the catch is, if there's a red sign, and if I move, I will actually take damage. So yeah, that paired with the lack of health, that can be a thing, but if you can keep moving, then that's always awesome, of course. Let's see. Oh, nice. Decent RT. So sometimes you get nothing but red signs, and that's always costing a little bit, but this is good still. Still one more screen to go. Let's see what I have here. Oh, nice, nice. Marathon RNG. Marathon block. We'll take that.
Still whatever we can get.
There you go. And then it's time to go back to the mansion. We have saved all the kids, so now we can go back to the manor and yeah, finish this up once and for all, because you know, stuff has happened, and we need to wrap up this business here. This is also like a regular level where you can do things, but in this case we're doing this boss fight. We're heading back to Michi, and we got one final act coming up, and that's going to be our boss fight, which is basically us as a wooden puppet. Brannigan. And this is also a little bit RNG-esque. Maybe. Let's see how it goes. Okay, goes pretty good still. So you can only attack as its mouth is open, so I just have to make sure that that happens, and I don't get the other pattern where he's firing off his hand. So just have to wait for that, really. So yeah, that took a little bit longer, but you know, still being on 2 HP, it's not such a bad thing to play it a little bit safer. You can do this in like 2 cycles, I think, if you get really good patterns. There's one way you can do like 4 hits, but we didn't see that pattern here, sadly. But anyway, we're done here. All the kids here, the very cute kids, are saved once again. And turns out one of them found this glowing thingy. And well, I guess we're gonna take it since it seems to resemble this orb. And it brings us one step closer. So one more to go. We've got a little bit to go, but we're definitely getting there. So we're heading into the next set of stages. This is where we're gonna swap around once more. Because we got the Smuggling Industries levels, and gonna head into this underwater stage once again. This is a bit more maze-like typically. If you want to collect all of the items here, it's especially an interesting one because you have to make sure to catch certain streams, and it can be easy to mess that up, so gotta keep that in mind. Here too, you also have to make sure to enter certain openings, and yeah, I have to hold certain directions to make sure that I'm not actually looping around or something, because you know, eventually I'll run out of breath as well, so I have to keep that in mind. There we go. And up we go. Yeah, there's some other stuff you can... You have these coins that you can collect, you have music tracks, and you have these cards that you can collect. So if you want to go for everything in this game, that's what you can go for. And, well, oh, wow, this smuggling is really fast. And also, if you want to go for all of the upgrades, some of them at some point become pretty expensive, so you would take quite some time to get the money together for that one. But at least there's this one spot where you can easily grind for that, but yeah, still it takes a little bit, I'm pretty sure. I know in my playthrough, my casual playthrough, it took a while. Okay, this next level, we got this these very cute little guys here. It can be pretty sneaky though, because you have to kind of anticipate which of those pins are actually gonna be sentient somehow. Because you never know. At some point, if you roll into them, you'll have this instant rollback, which is always fun. And yeah, the main gimmick of this level is these lifts that can carry you up, and there's a couple spots where you actually have to head up, so we're just gonna get over there. And there's lava, which is always very fun. There we go. Okay, it should be good still, because I was not supposed to go further up, but this is fine. I need to go here. And then this is where we're gonna put this up over here. There's one more thing to do. Basically, you have to get this lift's attention and then go over here. Yeah, it can be easy to get, you know, launched by other lifts as well, and then you get to other places, and that's always a bit of a surprise. All right, a couple more stages to go. Actually, we're getting pretty close to the end. And these last few stages are no longer dependent on the day-night cycle, even though you see it appear as such, but the levels themselves are the same regardless. So it's gonna be interesting. But there's some of the tougher stages for sure. There's gonna be some stuff coming up still, some nice challenges. Over here we have some cannonballs that we have to avoid, and some boxes that we have to break. So the thing is, they get launched, but they don't immediately you don't immediately take damage from them. That is as soon as they actually start hitting that platform. So before that and after that, you can actually get around them. So in that sense, you can still make pretty quick cycles out of them. This will take a little bit slower because this is occasionally full of surprises. Also gaps. And then here we go over here. And this instantly just takes us to the exit. There's some more stuff you can go to as well and pick up additional things, but if you want to play as fast, that's all you have to do, really. And then... yeah, these later smuggling sections are interesting because you don't really have that central platform where they're gonna jump on, but it's a little bit freer, and as such I never really end up doing that same roll attack thingy that I do earlier, but yeah, it's still pretty quick, of course. Okay, this is the last regular stage, and this is definitely could be a bit of a scary one. So we're gonna pull ourselves up a couple of times, and hopefully I can do that quickly enough. You have to somehow navigate past all of these cannonballs, and so far so good. There's some cycles like these that can be a bit tight though. But this room, this room is a thing. So normally you ride this platform bridge is really slow, but this is sort of like, I think it's like a dev intended route somehow, where you can get in there and you can do this whole section a lot quicker. It's just that, especially with the amount of health that we do have right now, it's very easy to you know, take damage somehow. So I have to make sure that I'm staying in the right position and I don't take too much damage. At least there's the thing, if you duck you don't actually move, so that's a good thing to keep in mind. But otherwise, yeah, it can be a bit scary, of course. But at least it didn't take too long. It can take quite a while. I think I've recently had a run where I was on PB pace, and then this level in particular went wrong, but also that one section, because it took me several retries to get past that, because I just couldn't line it up somehow. But anyway. We're on to the next boss fight here. And we're fighting this fella called Orzo. I guess it's a food-adjacent name.
It's like a type of pasta, I think.
Yeah, yeah. We have some little bit of a scene here with one sheep that's getting escorted out of here. Who I think is actually holding one of the orbs. That's the one that ate the orb in the first place. So we were about to save him, but so close. Anyway, we're first gonna fight this.
Still a little far.
Yeah. So we're gonna fight this boss here. The first and this third phase are pretty similar in that you wind up doing this. You wind up going with this setup pretty much. The second phase, though, is a whole story altogether, because you have all these bits and pieces flying around. You have to kind of fire them towards Orzo here, and the thing is, Orzo can also return them, so there's a chance that you might have to fire them back as well, and that can be pretty tricky, also because you're kind of flying around like that, and yeah, if you die here, you have to do this entire boss fight again, so that can be tricky. It used to be possible in the early days that you could just use the Beard Claw to fight this boss, but they sadly took that out. That would have been pretty nice, especially, but oh well. It does make it a bit more challenging, which is honestly nice too. This man is very Dragon Ball. What's the other say? Yo. Dragon Ball Z noise or something. 0G battles. But yeah, there we go. The last phase was a little bit faster than the first one, you know. Logical progression of events. And that's how we meet this 4-bow guy again. There's something up with him, I don't know. There's something kind of sus. And I'm not sure what it is yet. But I guess we're about to find out. This is the last stage. We're onto the tower. And we're gonna climb up and see what's going on here. Oh, hey, there's a sheep again. Ah, what's up with that? Turns out that Forbo was the bad guy all along. Oh no! This can't be.
Oh, no.
Who'd have thought? But yeah, he was out to get those orbs and become even stronger. Super Saiyan even. As he turns into this guy with the mustache and the DK94 fists, Razar. The setup of this is kind of reminds me of the Donkey Kong game where you stand on the fist and then you can attack. But that is Waluigi, yep, basically. So yeah, we have to do this fight where I have to do damage to his head and also avoid these things. There's some patterns where you can get extra hits in. This was a pretty good one because you can... The animation is longer, but you can do like multiple hits, which is nice. My time is going to be as soon as I do my last hit, by the way, so get ready for that, for attack. Just have to be a little bit patient here. There we go. And there we go, time. Yeah, the mustache is just grown straight out of his nose. I mean, isn't that how it always works? I don't know. Anyway. We did it. We saved the sheep. And all, well,
GG!
We did it. Hooray. And that's this little cutscene where we all leave this island and go back to the farm and then live out all of our days and all of that. So yeah. Pretty short ending still, but hey, it's a good ending, right? So
Very short, very sweet, very nice game.
very nice game. What was my time, by the way?
49:24.
Nice. Yeah, I know that in the beginning had to start up a little bit with the screen share and everything, and I had this one death as well. But yeah, I mean sub 50 I'll always take for sure. Like. Especially with a run of this length, it's easy to lose time to certain sections of the game, and that can add up quite a bit, depending. But yeah, otherwise, you know, I'll take it for sure. You have
You're good. You're real good.
Yeah, you have the roll call with all the, well, some of the enemies that we have fought. We haven't encountered all of them, but this is basically featuring everybody anyway. We have this dropfish apparently. Cousteau, that's the little fishy, those tiny sea creatures that we saw in the water. They don't actually attack us. They're just there. It's funny. Yeah, it's nice when they do like a roll call like that, just showing all the enemies. It's kind of nice. A little reminder of, yeah, this is all the Axe Bros. I agree, Clairvoyant is an excellent name, for sure. The Anchor. This game loves its puns as well. Yeah, those, yeah, I had a lot of fun showing that off. Hope you all enjoyed. This game is available on Steam if you want to check this out. I can definitely recommend so. The devs are really good people. And this game is a fun little, yeah, 16-bit throwback reference of sorts. Oh, the sheep are sleeping here. Lovely picture there. But yeah, that was the game basically. So thanks to Speedrun Ragnarok and the RPG Valkyries for having me show this, and also the other two games that I did earlier. I had a blast doing so, and hope you all enjoyed what you saw. And on my channel, I'll do a variety of speedruns, some retro stuff, a lot of retro stuff, and some other indie platforming stuff as well. So if you like that, feel free to drop a follow on twitch.tv/janglestorm, and yeah, I'll be working on some other things soon. So yeah, and be sure to keep donating still for Take This. It's a very good cause, and there's still some really good runs coming up, which I'm looking forward to seeing as well. So yeah, enjoy, and enjoy the rest of the marathon, and I'll be seeing you. Take care.
Thank you so much for coming out and supporting our marathon. I'll be here for the next run, so see you in a few minutes.